Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Conversations Worth Having with Kai and Tara. Tara and Kai. Today we will be talking about our phones. I control my phone does not control me. Question for Tara. How many times a day do you touch your phone?
Oh God, all day. The only thing that I will say it works in my favor to not let my phone control me is I keep my phone completely on silent. I don't get a vibrating notification. I don't get a ding, nothing. Because when I'm working with clients, I can't have anything distract me that way.
Mm-hmm.
So my phone makes no noise. But that also makes it tough if I set down my phone somewhere and I forget where. You can't like call it for me and I can find it. There's no noise. There's nothing. So I do touch my phone a lot though. And I think the first time Apple did that thing where you got the screen time notification, like how long were you on your screen this week? I just about choked. I was like, what? There's no way I was on my phone that much. And then sure enough, you're like, oh, okay, I'm going to go with you now. Never mind. Thanks. Fun time.
So I just want to make sure that we dive into it because I have a personal grinding of the gear with the phones, which I'm guilty of myself. But I want to focus on something that's been sitting on the back of my mind for a while, and it's not been in a loud, dramatic way, which everything in my head is dramatic, but in a more slow, steady irritation that builds up over time. People aren't really listening anymore. They're not fully listening, not consistently listening, not in the way where you can feel someone actually is with you in a conversation.
And we
And
should say nobody, but it happens a lot. It happens a lot that you lose people midway through.
midway through,
Yeah.
1000%. And yeah, I don't want to say everybody because maybe it's not everybody, but everybody other than one friend that I have, when I see their phone either make a ding or their watch makes a ding, they're gone.
Yeah.
Something that was right there that I was sharing or they were sharing that moment is now over. It feels like a lot of people are partially somewhere else at all times. There's always a second world happening just under the surface of every interaction.
Yeah.
And it grinds my gears because I feel like nobody even pauses anymore when it happens, when their phone buzzes or their watch goes off.
So what do
It's
you do so that you're not one of those people? Since it grinds your gears. Because can I tell you one of the things that grinds my gears and people say, oh, that grinds my gears, but they do it. You're like, hello? You just said you don't want other people doing it. What are you so I'm just curious what you do to help yourself.
So let's say it's a beautiful. I'm gonna paint a picture because I'm all about painting
Yeah.
pictures, and it's like a vivid, beautiful, wonderful dream in my brain at all times, any time of the day. Let's say I'm going to a friend's house and we're very close friends, and we're gonna have a nice dinner party. Our kids
Hmm.
are there, their kids are there. We're having a blast. They're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, do you want a little vodka with your cranberry juice?" And I'm like, "No, because it's cool not to drink right now, so I'm not gonna have a drink." And I leave my cell phone into my purse on vibrate, and my purse is usually in their hallway.
Okay.
My phone is nowhere near me.
Okay.
And I know that if there's an actual emergency, they also know my husband's phone number. So if my husband is there, they will be able to get a hold of him.
Sure.
And I'm kind of old school because people back in my day when we had the fax machines, well, we still use those in the United States, but
Only when
I
dealing
just,
with insurance companies.
which is like so ancient, but
I know.
it is what it is. I figure if there's an actual emergency, they can call 911. And 99.9% of the time, in the next 2 to 3 hours that we're spending quality time with our exceptional friends, there won't be an emergency.
Right.
So why do I need to be near my phone and not giving the people the attention that I feel they
Yeah.
deserve and just be there?
I agree.
I'm just there. Like I don't care if somebody else is texting me with whatever they have going on. And when I'm mid-sentence with a friend and like they just pick up the phone and then just start reading me some kind of article, and my spouse does this a lot too. Like he's on the phone way more than me. Sorry to call you out, honey,
What?
but it's true. it grinds my gears. I'm like, wow, I'm right here. You're sharing your life with me, and now suddenly this influencer or whoever, who cares? Who cares about whatever they're showing? Like right at this time, we're in a conversation.
Well, or it's a friend or it's another friend, but either way, like if I'm committed, if it's not an emergency, I've committed to time with this person. But I think a lot of us have gotten caught up in that. So what's your best guess as to why people do this, or what are they thinking, or do they, I don't know.
I think with my own observation, I think people are actually uncomfortable to be vulnerable, first of all. Second of all, people don't really want to talk about anything anymore, I don't feel like. I think people are becoming more and more like AI, reliant on AI because it's this perfect machine that will give you the answers you want. But real connection comes from humans, not AI.
Yeah.
And I think that people are uncomfortable with eye contact. And I think people are uncomfortable with uh, admitting that they are maybe struggling with something or they maybe have not as much depth to talk about in the first place.
Okay.
And I
So you think
think,
it's a crutch if we're struggling with some aspect of being social, we'll just let our phones be there.
yeah, yeah, because you don't want to feel awkward. You don't want to have your hands just like, I don't know what people do with hands anymore. I don't see just hands. Have you seen just hands? Like when you go somewhere, do you see hands? No, I see
I mean,
this.
I
That's
don't know
it.
if I go looking around for them, but yeah.
I look for hands. I'm like, can I see your hands? Like, I want to know where your hands are at. If you look around in society, this is what you see. And then everybody's complaining about neck problems. Like, well, doopty 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 doo. How many hours a day are on your phone?
So how much time do you give this when it grinds your gears? How
It
much do you
has
think about
grinded
this?
my gears for a very long time.
Yeah.
Because if I'm with someone who I feel that I give my heart to and I give my undeniable attention, and then it goes, bzz, bzz, sorry, I just got to do this bill or I got to do this. You couldn't do that before or after that I leave. Like right at that 2 hour mark or 1 hour mark that we're together, that's where you got to do all the crap. I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe, hey, maybe it's just me. Maybe this grinds my gears because I feel that I'm so special with my fantastic flowery top that people should give me the time of their day because I do that for them. So I don't get it.
So what do you think other people should do?
Put the phone away.
And if they say,
Unless
"Oh,
you're,
it's that whole
unless
fear that someone could need me or any of those kind of things," what do you say? Because not all of us have a partner who we can that the other at a dinner party they can just call him. So what do we do in a situation like that?
911, you have to leave on your voicemail that, hey, honey, if this is an emergency,
Yeah.
please call 911 or anyone else that you can trust because for this 1 hour, I am at this dinner party. I
See,
mean, these are all
mine is sleeping
hypothetical.
at night. Like I said, my phone is silent. So I mean, if you're calling me at night, there's no amount of calling me at night that's going to get through, and I'm going to pick up the phone. So, and I've had people like, "What if something's happening?" And I'm like, "If something's happening, I'm not there, so I can't. I'm not the one to call and be helpful. I can't be."
Yeah, I mean, you need your sleep. I think,
But I understand when people have their anxieties, and the way they manage their anxieties is by keeping a phone nearby so they can get the call, so they can answer a text. I'm not saying it's great, but I
mhm,
think that we're all very trained to get our anxiety going for things, and it shapes our behavior.
I agree. Um, I think what really also grinds my gears with the phone is I'm in a conversation with a friend and I see them taking out the phone and they're looking at the phone. And then we had a great conversation where I started getting almost emotional or something because I'm like talking about something really heavy that bothers me.
Sure.
And they take out the phone and then the conversation starts going like, or like the half nodding or the half eye contact when clearly I can tell that they're already somewhere else.
Okay.
And to me, that's rude as hell.
Yeah. It is.
Like, what? I just had this friend tell me, and I love her so, so much. I mentioned her a few times, Monica. She said that any friend who sends you to a voicemail without at least letting you know later, hey, by the way, I've been a little bit busy. I'll give you a call back later, and just sends you to voicemail or doesn't respond back is somebody you don't want in your life. I love that. I don't know if I agree with that fully,
I
but
don't agree with that fully, but you know,
yeah, I think it's pretty harsh, but I kind of like the different perspectives I'm getting from people.
sure.
And
I think
I'm
it's why
also
we hear other people's perspective and understand why, because all of it I can learn from you, and it can help me be a little bit more patient with you when you are checking your phone. If that's your philosophy, that's fine. I've also been with people who feel that way, but I let them know, like, if we're doing this, can we just focus on the coffee? Can we do whatever?
mhm.
And most of them will say, sure, I'm waiting for something, a call, a text, whatever, but I won't respond to anybody else but that one. Okay, fine, too. I think that's a good compromise in some of those
Mhm.
situations. But I mean, phones, they know they're addictive. We know they're addictive. What are you going to do?
Change the way you behave.
You have to
I
figure
think
out
it's
what mechanisms help you make those kinds of changes.
yeah, I think that like if you're with people or friends who love you very, very dearly and they have, for example, said hey, I'd really love your full attention unless you have some kind of emergency going on. I understand if you need to check your phone, but I just have
Yeah,
this limited time with you. So do you mind if we just like focus on the cappuccino, kind of chit chat a little bit
yeah,
about things that are not that heavy? I think it's up to the other person to give respect to the person who's like, hey, do you mind if we just connect for an hour? And if
yeah.
I don't get that, then because I'm almost 40 now, very proud, I don't feel like dealing. Like I'm gonna start slowly kind of backing away a little bit from
Okay,
people who I feel are not going to be just as committed as I am.
okay.
That's just me. Because
And I think as
attention.
long as we're offering, like, let's say someone texts, like, you're saying all of this, and you text somebody and they don't respond back to you right away, well, then yeah, of course not. Like, I wouldn't expect it. Get back to me eventually,
Mhm.
but you can't expect immediacy if you're not offering it to
Yeah,
folks.
1000%. And people are working, people have full-time jobs, they have full lives, and I get
Yeah,
all that. But I would just say that the person in general who, uh, can't respond back or sends a person to voicemail or whatever it is, and it happens like, let's say 30 times, then I feel like there's a problem there.
yeah,
Then it's like, hey, you didn't have the courtesy to like call me back in 2 weeks just to be like, hey, I was busy. Then I would be like, okay.
sure.
But
But yeah,
I
gotta be
think
careful because we can't have it cut both ways.
oh 1000%. I'm trying to do that myself where if I'm with someone, I don't check the phone, but if somebody does contact me, I will try to get back with them, make sure I give them the benefit of the doubt. But
Yeah,
I think attention isn't just politeness, like to me.
right.
I think it's how people are, at least how I feel valued. So
Yeah,
if you can't give me your attention, then unfortunately, I'm not really interested in the relationship anymore. I know that sounds so harsh, but I also have a full life. We're about to move overseas. So I can come up with like 7,000 excuses myself because
we all can.
people used to tell me like, you're gonna change when you have kids. I'm never gonna hear from you. All the friends that I have and all the people that love me very much, I am exactly the same as I am. I might have a little less time, but nothing really changed other than a few gray hairs and like I'm getting older, but they're getting the same Kai with just less energy.
I'd say
So,
you're more exhausted. Yeah,
oh yeah, more exhausted. That's why hashtag caffeine before podcasts. But I at this point, like I think right around the age of 40, something really beautiful happens, and you start finally putting yourself first if you can, and you're starting to put your family first, and you realize that um, the attention you give the other people, you should try to get the same attention back. And I know people have different circumstances in their life. Sometimes they can't give you that attention back.
yeah.
However, if that if that situation has been going on, let's say 5 years, and you still can't give me that attention back, I'm gonna pull back from the relationship because I just don't have the mental capacity and energy to keep chasing
Yeah.
attention.
It's just another example of a boundary. And it's like we talk about this a lot. We're probably beating a dead horse. It's like, but those healthy boundaries are good for us. They're good for the people around us. Gives people their expectations. It's really all you can do. And if you're trying to break an addiction, I mean, they have lock boxes you can buy on Amazon, like just square clear boxes, and you put your phone in it, and it's locked for an hour, 50. I think you can start lower, like 15 minutes or so. But you can literally lock yourself away from it. And I'd have to break the box. And I'm like, right, see, part of this is about breaking that habit, but okay.
I
Do
That's
what you got to do.
exactly where right away my brain went to. I see like this person next to the box freaking out with a hammer and trying to just break it because they forgot the code, because me and passwords is a real struggle. So I can only imagine a person who's really addicted to their phone just taking out a huge hammer and be like, I need to get back in there. This was the worst purchase ever.
It could happen.
But yeah, so to me, I'm working on not only myself daily, which is holy moly, is it hard work? Like literally, I have no idea it's this much work being a human, just being a human and existing. I am working on any kind of patterns with my phone as well. I homeschool our incredible children. We're almost done for the summer, almost, not quite, almost. And I'm trying not to really look at my phone from the hours of 7 a.m. to noon.
Wow.
Does it always work? Not at all. Because when I see six messages, and I have a very good friend who has made it a point to always say good morning to me because she just wants to make sure I'm okay. And I
Yeah,
want to make sure she's okay. Uh, I sometimes go to the rabbit hole that I'm like, well, let me just check this one thing, and then it's over.
correct.
So I'm trying
And so we have to
to,
know who we are and what our weaknesses are,
yeah,
just in
but
general. But
it's
we only have a couple minutes left. So what do you
really.
want to make sure you say?
Already only a couple of minutes? I put my
Yes.
timer. I thought it said 17. Is
17 and
it?
a half. That's still a couple minutes.
Oh, hashtag math was always a C. C's that get degrees. Um, I want to leave the listener with some things that they can apply today. For example, instead of looking at your phone automatically, if you feel the urge to get your phone and you know there's nothing important on the phone because you see there's no text that came in, there's no email that came in, first of all, take off all the notifications unless it's you're a
Yeah,
uh,
I get very
on,
few notifications.
unless you work for the medical team or you're a firefighter or a military, take off the notifications. Take them
Yeah.
off. Um, Schedule time with your phone. I'm gonna check my phone at 9 a.m., noon, 3 p.m., 6 p.m.,
Yeah.
finally at 8 p.m. Period. Dot. Like, try
Yeah.
to make it a habit to control the phone, not the phone to control you. That would be my challenge for the listener.
I'm definitely good idea to keep your notifications off on things that you don't need, like the games you play, the apps you barely use, social media. You don't need the notifications. If you want to get notifications for your messages, maybe sure, okay. But yeah, limiting that can be very helpful. Reminding, like, focusing on what my purpose is with it, whatever I'm at. Like if I'm at the beach, I'm at the beach. I'm not going to be doing all kinds of other things. If I want to take a couple pictures, fine, but then turning it off. But it's finding your limits, I think, and remembering what's the purpose here. What's our hope and goal with why we're doing this?
Being present.
Being present. We only
Look
get
at
one
your
life.
feet. You look at your feet, they're on the ground, or look at where your butt is sitting. You only have right now. People live in the past
Yeah.
and in the present all the time. If your friends are gracious enough to absolutely adore and love you to come over for a dinner party, put your phone down.
How many
The
dinner
end.
parties are you having?
I don't know, I'm popular.
Oh, okay. So sorry. I
I'm
don't do
just
dinner
kidding.
parties.
I'm totally kidding. It's the same awesome friend
I
over
did
and over
dinner
again.
club for a while. I had a great group of ladies. I still hang out with them. We met and we did like dinner club every Wednesday for 6 weeks or something, and it was great. But we see each other like once a month now.
Yeah, but that's still a lot, like
Yeah,
with busy lives.
yeah, it
Thank
is.
you, Tara, for being here. This is Conversations Worth Having with Kai and Tara. Put your phone down, put your feet on the ground, realize that you just have this one moment. Tomorrow is
Yeah.
not a guarantee, and yesterday's gone, so might as well live the day. Hey, 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 hey. This is Conversations Worth Having with Kai and Tara. Yes, I had my coffee. Enjoy. Bye.